Hello, this is Baki Monada here with another crazy build order tutorial video. Today's tutorial video will be called I'll Be Back, as I'll be going with the Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes, and it reuses a medevac to constantly drop extra units from a proxied building. First you will build a depot, and then you will build your CC first. To speed this up. Once it hits about 350 you can go and get that. Next SCV will be rallied here, and you'll build a gas and you'll send out a scout. If they have something in, it's usually good to follow it, but you build your barracks and then have a look around with this scout. It's quite a greedy build, so you can only really do this on Frost or Galactic Process or possibly New Gettys, but I have New Gettys vetoed, so not sure how it works there. Next step is just keep building SCVs and build your second gas. Usually when building the CC first I like to leave 3 squares, so I'll put a in the normal position and then 1 square over just to give myself a third space. Just start running gas, and I'll just speed it up slightly until we get to the next bit. Once the barracks finish, you should have enough gas for a factory, and then you can build 1 orbital and a marine to get rid of this pesky probe, and then just wait here and save up for the next orbital. It might be a wee bit inefficient, but I haven't worked a way to get both yet. Maybe mine a bit less gas, but the build uses sort of quite a lot of gas. Then you get your tech lab and your second orbital, and I've realized he's in this last spot. Okay, I'll just get a defensive cyclone. You don't want to really go down here till your cyclone comes out, and build a reactor, and with this scouting SCV I'll build a factory. Usually since you've went CC first they just don't look for this proxy factory, so it's quite a hidden surprise. Once the cyclone is almost out I'll just drop down and put an SCV there, and this guy will defend against any oracles, and just keep building SCVs. As you can see, there's some harassment. Usually it's an adept, but a stalker usually means some sort of blink all in. Once this finishes, you can just start building SCVs to gain map control and just defend with this cyclone. After that, you'll do a swap, and you'll also build a star point and keep building mines and medevacs, and you'll also be building mines here. Build's quite complicated, so if your execution isn't the quickest, I guess it's not a very straightforward build, as anything that involves like more bases tends to get more complex. So once these first 2 mines are out, you'll just go to drop them and send in this mine to have a little scout and try to get in somewhere good. He seems prepared for this for some reason, even though maybe he was prepared for a cyclone coming, but didn't show it, but he might be a bit confused about that. Back at home you get a 3rd gas and this another factory, because the problem with man drops is it usually triggers some sort of mass counterattack, and you kind of need tanks to defend against it, so I get another factory before I start dealing with anything. Here you just start pooling your mines, and basically with this medevac you can dual sync another mine drop with your constant harassment here. I'm seeing a lot of stalkers in this type of deal, which makes me feel some sort of mass blink counterattack is incoming, so I'm just getting tanks, mines, marauders, and medevacs while constantly harassing them. And here I don't see anything, so I continue the harassment. I usually like to save one scan in case there's DTs, as there can always be DTs, so it's always nice to have that. Here, since this drop is more expensive, I'm going to just sacrifice this drop to pull his attention away. Then I'll just come in with this one while he's distracted. Usually only extremely top level players will be able to sort of know both, but you can see Protoss economy is very strong because even with a CC first and all these successful 9 hits, he's still got quite a lot of workers. But mules, I suppose you can see that there's a huge difference in economy here. But that's essentially the build opener, and then here comes the mass blink stalker attack. But since I've got tanks, I can defend it quite easily. And just keep doing this over and over again until he eventually starts to build photon cannons. And keep circling the medevac over here. As you can see, with all these tanks, it's impossible for him to get much damage done, and you more or less just build a death ball and continue the macro game. But that's more or less the build, and I'll just speed it up for the finish. If you like this video, please subscribe, and just really watching for the finish. You can probably leave now, but you more or less have the gist of the build. With this, I can just make this really powerful death ball of tanks, mines, marauders, and cyclones and liberators, and it's quite hard for Protoss to deal with. But yeah, he just taps out because I've done so much economic damage and he hasn't been able to take, well, actually he's still got enough economy to take his third, so yeah. Please subscribe if you like this build and enjoy. Also, have a nice day.